Hey, it's Steve, and today around the house I am making a pizza. It's been a while since I made one, but look at this gorgeous Neapolitan Margherita style pizza, and I'll show you how I made it. Here we go. I used to use this all the time, all-purpose flour, but I was in the store the other day and look what I found. Pizza flour, double O pizza flour from King Arthur. I've never seen it before. I don't know why, but I just haven't. So let's go make one. I'm going to follow the directions on the back of the package just so I can make sure to get it right, so I have a good comparison to what I usually do. All the ingredients go into my stand mixer and I'll blend for 10 minutes. Once it all comes together and looks something like this, I will knead it on my board for just a few minutes and make a nice dough ball. I'll put some olive oil into a bowl and then rub my dough ball in it and cover it and let it rest for at least 12 hours per the instructions on the back of the bag. So here we are, 12 hours later. I let it sit in the fridge overnight. It rose just a little bit and it's firm. So this recipe is supposed to make two 12-inch pizza crusts, so I split my dough in half, make a dough ball out of one side, and save it for later. I take the other side and start forming a crust. If you want to do this by hand instead of using a rolling pin, use your fingers to put pressure on the center of the dough and push outward. This will help you shape it into a circle as well as thin the dough out in the middle. When you do it like this, the edges are a little thicker than the inside, so I place one hand about 1 inch inside the corner, press down, and then pinch and pull with the other hand, and that will give you that shape around the sides just like a real pizzeria. When I'm happy with my crust, I do what I call a pre-bake, and that is I load it up with some sauce, not too much, and I put it in the oven for 7 minutes on 500 or as high as your oven can go. While my pizza crust is in the oven pre-baking, I go outside and I pull some fresh basil from my plant that just grows wild in this corner. And while we're out there, let's go check in on the garden that I planted a few days ago. The lettuce is coming in nicely. That first tomato plant didn't look so good. And look, I've got spaghetti squash and regular squash and also radishes coming up already. And it's only been about a week. I guess a little water and the 103, 104 degree temperatures help this stuff germinate pretty fast. So we'll keep an eye on that over the coming weeks, and let's go back inside and check on our pizza crust. At this point, I just want to make sure it's not burning, but see how nice the edges are getting brown and starting to get crispy? It's going to make a big difference when you pre-bake a pizza crust at home. Now I rinse and pat dry the basil, get it ready to put on top of the pizza. Now take a look at this pizza crust. Look at the bottom, how it's sort of got that leopard pattern, and the top is crispy. I add just a little bit more sauce, not too much, and then fresh mozzarella, followed by my fresh basil, which I chop, then back into the oven for 1 or 2 minutes, just long enough for the cheese to melt. And when it looks like this, take it out, and I do a little extra thing by putting a design of basil leaves around the top. You can do whatever you want, and there you have it. That's my Neapolitan Margherita Pizza. And check out the crust. The pre-bake gives you that leopard pattern on the bottom, and it makes the edge of the crust fluffy and crunchy. It's gorgeous, and it is oh so tasty. That's what I'm doing today. What are you doing around the house? Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. If you like the video, hit the like button. This is Steve, and I will see you next time around the house.